Okay, now it's time to talk about a ukulele bridge. So this is a tenor ukulele I built a few years ago. The bridge, I just make it on a table saw, and all I do is I cut a slot, 2 slots, and then I tilt the blade and cut right next to the second slot. So for me, I just kind of eyeball everything, but you got to start with a very large blank when you do this, because it's dangerous to put something that small through. Now, this bridge has wings on it. I don't believe we will have the wings. This box that we're using is so narrow that I don't want to glue a lot down to the top and dampen it. So I think we're just going to have this part of the bridge. But I'll show you how I make it over at the table saw. Okay, so we've set the fence. We're going to cut the back slot, which is where the back end of the strings will be. And that's going to be 3/8 of an inch from the edge of the blade. There's the slot. The next thing I want to do is I want to cut the slot. It's going to be for the saddle. This is our saddle material. So we've moved the fence 11/16 of an inch, and we're going to cut the second slot. I may just go a hair further over it. Doesn't seem like it's quite enough. All right, there we go. We're going to cut our second slot. All right, the next cut is going to be an angled cut here. But to do it, I have to actually run the blank through the other way because of the way my saw tilts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off and use my gripper to bring the piece through in the other direction. Alright, so I've angled the blade slightly. It's at 12 degrees. And then we're going to run this through and see how it lines up. I'm pretty happy with that. What I think I'll do is I'll straighten out the blade and just flatten the depth of that. It gives me a good amount of room, and then we're just going to end up trimming this off and looking really good. So now we need to cut this guy down to size. The thickness is going to be about 3/8 of an inch. So the only step I have left is to cut it to width and to drill the holes for the strings. But we'll cut it to width and we'll sand it up and then drill the holes for the strings. Alright, the string spread at the bridge is 1 5/8. So if we make the bridge 2 inches, it gives us a little overhang on each side, which will be fine. So we didn't splinter the Wenge too badly. It's definitely usable as a bridge. We'll set up the string spacing and drill the holes. I've marked the hole spacing, and now what we're going to do is we're going to drill a 5/64 hole through the edge so that the string has a way to pass through. Here we are, we've got holes, we're ready to do some sanding and finishing, and the bridge is pretty much done. There she is.